Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Kwingsletsplays. How's everybody doing? Sorry for only one episode of Avatar today. Wasn't feeling well and I couldn't get up. Needed more sleep, so here we are. Anyway, we're in the Fire Nation, and we're going to be skipping a bunch of the side mission stuff because I don't think it really matters. Plus, I have no idea what they want us to do, so we're just going to look for story-based things and pursue that so we can get through more of this game as quickly as possible. It is possible for you to go back and do free roaming or side quests like through the free mode option, but we wasted enough time on these side quests yesterday and weren't able to finish them, so we're not doing that today. And if you haven't already, guys, 100 likes is your first goal. Let's try to get Avatar up there if we can. Okay. So we were doing... Yeah, we're not doing these side quests anymore because it's a waste of time. The Innocent Man, I have no idea what they want us to do. And the critical supplies, you know, skip these guys. I want to see more of the Avatar story. So, also our Avatar... We already have so many Avatar points as it is, or we did. And
yeah.
Aang only has 2 upgrades left anyway. Aang is the only character we really play as anyway, so we have new games coming out in just a few days, so we need to get through this game as quickly as possible. So, go to Ash Alley. Ash Alley is... I don't know... This is Central Plaza.
My cabbages!
Ah, never gets old.
Oh no, Luke, you already heard his cabbages.
I did. Not sorry.
Yep, so, thanks again, guys and gals, for helping with the Batman streams. Did 2 Batman streams today, actually. And I had to deal with trying to find Jim Gordon today. And I had a lot of help from Conan and John Doe and Droggle and a lot of you guys and gals, so thank you guys for that.
Great. Very cool. Was the newsletter done today or no?
Yes?
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. Good job, sweetie. You did a lot today. And you cooked, too. So, is this Ash Alley? What is this place? This is Forge Square. Go to Ash Alley.
You're in trouble now.
I'm in trouble now. Oh no, whatever will the Avatar do? He's gonna pelt you with rocks. That's what he's gonna do. Rock pelting time.
Yep.
I mean, it's the best move in the game, so why not use it over and over and over and over?
Yeah, it's the most powerful bending in this game, I think. Yeah, and I hope you guys like the lizard musical thing.
Here we go.
Is this
Jonah Jameson singing a musical number about lizards.
Yeah, Amber found a fun short.
All the Spider-Man games that we did are a lot of fun.
And you guys said there was a problem with today's Pokemon upload?
Yes, after about 5 minutes, it seemed like the sound just went off, and that's what everyone was saying in the chat as well, so I know it wasn't just me. Unless
Okay.
YouTube messed it up after it uploaded. So it's privated right now.
Yeah, we'll re-upload it tomorrow. I'll look at it. That's Town Hall. Where in the world is this Ash Alley? This is not... Wait, what is this? This is... Merchants Road. Okay. This is the square. And there's supposed to be like a sign that tells us what's going on. This is the Fire Lord thing. Central Plaza. Okay. It would have been nice if they added a map, but they don't. So your best way
a
to...
map? Yeah.
This is Ash Alley.
Map always helps me when I need it.
Huh?
Okay, that's what they want us to do. So we're gonna do an avatar puzzle. So they want you to go do the avatar thing. So that's what we're gonna do. Avatar bending thing. So anyway, guys, your first like goal is 100 likes. Let's try to get stuff up there for Aang. Today's the finale of Sonic. Sonic won't be gone from the channel for very long because the new Sonic DLC for Frontiers is the 28th, which is this week, which is in a few days. So Sonic will be leaving tonight, and then he'll be coming back, or rather his friends will be coming back pretty shortly. Okay, Unbreakable. Skillful earthbending will be required to bring each torch to the altar that opens a path forward. This teaches us that with an unbreakable will, no goal is impossible to achieve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, that statue looks kind of cool. That's the female avatar lady, or?
Female earth or air avatar. The air avatar before Aang. And so it would go that was the air avatar, then there was the water avatar whose wife died, then you had Kyoshi, and then you had Roku. And then it went back to Aang. So yeah. Earthbending challenge. Okay, here we go. Wouldn't there be a firebending challenge now, though? Like, we're out of Earth. Whatever.
Yeah, you would think you do.
We're in the Fire Nation now, yeah.
Challenge.
You wouldn't be doing his earthbending.
Yep, and also I accidentally timed Bowman out, but he came back with a super chat and said that he appreciated me, and yeah, it's fine. So yeah, so thank you for the super chat last stream, Bowman. Appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who's a channel member and a patron and all that. Really appreciate that, everyone.
Okay, we got some coinage. We'll use that to buy some dumplings. Alright, Toph, or... You know what, Sokka? This is all you, buddy. Grab the torch.
Oh, right. Ahsoka is tomorrow in Fortnite, says Gio.
Oh, okay.
Will you think you'll be doing it, says Gio?
Probably.
And apparently today or tomorrow is the last day they're doing that My Hero Academia, like, special characters that they just recently had.
I already have them too.
Oh, I know, but in case you wanted to do, like, a showcase of it.
No, I mean, I have the characters. Alright, so Sokka has to stand here, and then Aang has to lift him up. So this is a pretty straightforward torch puzzle. There we go. Ta-da!
Finally, we
can go through. Alright guys, you're almost at 60 likes. Keep going. Let's get some love there for the Avatar game. Alright, Toph and this guy. Okay, so first challenge is done. Now for the next challenge. Next challenge requires a slew of characters. So Sokka is needed. Sokka needs to stand on this platform. And we're gonna give Toph a torch. Have Toph hang out on this planet or thing with Sokka. Aang lifts him up. Switch to Sokka. Throw the boomerang. Ding. Have Aang go over here, break this. Or not. Huh? There's no way. There's no way anybody can step on that. I'm so confused. You can't have anybody step on that. There's no way. There's no way for anybody to climb on that. What are you talking about, game? Something ain't right. Something's not right. Oh, I see. I understand now. Okay. I understand. Okay, so then you have to get them so it's... Have to get it so it's in position. And then we're going to have Toph walk off onto the rock. And then Aang lifts up the rock and she walks over.
More puzzles.
Too many puzzles. What? What? Oh. Alright, there we go. And then Aang releases this, walks over to where Toph is, lifts Toph up, like so. And then Toph just walks off and lights the torch. That's the second puzzle.
Great job.
Yep. Alright guys, good job on 60 likes. Let's shoot for 70 next. Remember, likes and shares bring peeps into the channel. Helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. Come, Aang.
Chicken on pizza's good with white sauce. Yeah, I like that, Conan. That's pretty good. You like sausage on your pizza, Shadow Trooper? Sounds delicious.
While one spirit is often linked to fire, it also can be like stone in an individual who is unwavering, trustworthy, reliable, or whatever, such as the spirit is unbreakable and everything. Okay. I'm like a mountain now, yo. Sweet.
Has the blue spirit made an appearance, or did they cut that out, says Imperator Penguin?
The blue spirit, for, Zuko happened, during the Earth book. Or happened during the, it was either the Water book? Yeah, it was the Water book.
K-Wife is much better at the Arkham games than many years back on her K-Wife Batgirl DLC ones. Thank you, Conan. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I've been trying, but it did take me... I had to do the same, like, room of beating up bad guys, like, at least 11 times today, so I feel stupid, but I did learn every single time a little bit. Got a little bit better.
Wait, weren't you guys already on past 70 likes a few minutes ago?
I feel like they keep purging likes because sometimes I see my like disappearing and then I re-like the video again because it feels like they keep taking my like away.
Yeah, guys, you were at past 70 likes and now
Yeah,
the
we
likes are
were.
gone. So if you haven't already, double check and make sure your like is still there. Wow, I never thought of a spirit that way. Okay, that's because you haven't met enough Earthbenders, Twinkle Toes. You know, this game, it's really weird that the previous Avatar games that were from like 15 years ago or whatever had more voice acting than this game that was supposed to have an amazing budget and cover the entirety of the Last Airbender thing, but they just really cheapened this game. Like,
Yeah. I think it has to do with the company that's making it. I mean, in general, the Nickelodeon games sponsored by Nickelodeon, they seem to, like, big companies like Nickelodeon, Hasbro, and stuff like that, they seem to want to make money, which means they want to make cheap games and try to rip people off, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, but isn't this...
Kinda feels
I'm pretty
like
sure
that.
this company that we're playing as, they made that Justice League game that we did last year.
Oh,
the
really?
cutesy Justice League game that had tons of voice acting in it.
Oh, wow. So maybe whoever, I don't know. I guess they just, for this game, maybe they just didn't have the budget for this game. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the pandemic? I don't know.
Now we need to meet Katara.
Toph called Aang Twinkle Toes, then she called Katara Sugar Queen. Oh wow, OH, that's interesting.
Those are nicknames she gave them.
Oh, why was Katara Sugar Queen? Cause she likes sweets?
I don't remember. Oh, there's Katara. We passed her. Everything blends in with the red. Alright, Katara time.
Hey, listen.
Are you ready, Toph? It's time to set our plan into motion. I'll get 3 guards to come to the central plaza.
Okay. Now we're Katara. Find Fire Nation soldiers and tell them about Toph? Okay.
My cabbages, says JS. Hi, Ahmad.
Pardon me.
Excuse me, but I saw a criminal in the Central Plaza.
Thank you. I will go check it out right now.
You're welcome.
You will? He didn't move at all. I will go check it out. Doesn't move.
Shadow Trooper says, I think it's because it was a trend to use the same voice acting or actor that sounds as close possible to the original. There was even an RTS Star Wars game that did that, and it was funny. Yeah, I mean, like, that's cool, but, like, I don't mind that. But, like, the fact that they have a lot of stuff that they didn't voice act, though. Like, all of the dialogue for the quests and stuff they didn't voice act.
The original cast is here except for Aang. Aang is a mixture of sound bites from previous games and a lady voicing him.
Because she's like the mother of the group, says Sammy Bear. Aw, that's very cute.
So we need to find another soldier. No other soldier here. Find soldiers.
They all got cranky because they were being chased by the Fire Nation, didn't get any sleep. Oh wow, OH. And that was when she called Katara the Sugar Queen. Interesting. The voice acting isn't half bad, but they should have done more of it, says Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not that bad. I mean, one of the voices for Aang sounds a little weird, but I do think they, like, I would have rather had a little weird, like, it sounds better than what I can do. I can't do Aang's voice, so.
Alright, so we're looking for soldiers right now. We need to find, I don't know, they just, and there's just like, this is supposed to be the Fire Nation. It should have like really cool music as you're running around. It just, I don't know. Even some of the music choices that they used in this game weren't as good as some of the past Avatar games. And I was actually surprised how much effort they put into those previous Avatar games.
Alright, we're back up into the 70s for likes. Great job, everyone.
Yeah, back into the 70s. So let's keep pushing for 80, guys and gals. I can't talk to him. Find Fire Nation soldiers and let them know about Toph.
Frodby says if 100 likes and Luke will have to reveal his Optimus Prime impression to Amber.
I don't have an Optimus Prime impression.
I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots.
There you go, Amber.
Stand down, Megatron.
Oof.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. You're welcome, everyone.
Okay, we're having some problems here. Try to keep talking to these soldiers, but they're not coming. They don't want to follow us to go after Toph.
Your Mike Tyson impressions during Jedi Survivor killed me, Kwings, says Conan. I have seen your Optimus Prime impression. It's amazing, says Geo. Thank you, Geo. It's very sweet.
No, it is not. Thank you, though, Geo. No. Okay, no soldier here. That's not a soldier, that's a thief. Let's try the Central Plaza. Let us see if there's a soldier hanging around.
Okay.
Now remember, you can only interact with soldiers that have a marker over their head. Like, if you walk up to them and they have a Y marker, then they'll come with you. If they don't, then...
Oh, you're having wontons right now? Awesome, Cone. Or wait, Frodby. Awesome, Frodby. Yeah, wontons are, they're like crispy dumplings, kind of, but not.
Alright, I see another... Up on top of that building over there, there's a lone soldier. So we'll try talking to him.
They usually have, like, cream cheese in them. And sometimes, like, meat or something. Like, they're like crab rangoons, but sometimes they are just cream cheese wontons.
Okay, he's number 2.
They should have had me voice...
Hey, listen.
Dang, says Jay. Can you come with us? Thanks,
Thank you for reporting.
You're welcome.
There's 2 different... It said Fire Nation and it said Katara. Oops. Okay, so now we just need to find one more guy.
I still don't understand the sugar part of it, though.
It's just a weird nickname. It's not supposed to make sense.
Okay.
Twinkle Toes doesn't make any sense for the avatar.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Nope, he has no marker over his head. Whoop. This is a soldier, but we can't interact with him either, so... the next soldier will be... maybe over here? Nope. So we're just joining, we're trying to find some soldiers to go after Toph of all people. I don't know why.
Yeah, why would they have, why would we want to get people to go after Toph?
She's not gonna be able to make this jump game. I don't know what you're thinking.
Wow.
Well, I can't play as Aang right now, so I have no idea what they have me play as Katara. If she's supposed to make that jump over there to talk to somebody, it ain't happening.
There is an episode of Avatar where Katara and Toph get captured and arrested in the Fire Nation for a bounty, and that's the one coming up soon in this game at this point in the story. Okay. Thank you, Captain Zach.
Interesting.
You would want to voice Aang, Jay. Interesting. I mean, who knows? Maybe you might be a good Aang. It's hard for me to hear you guys from where I am.
So we found... the game might have gotten messed up on us. We need... unless he's over here, requiring us to go and do some water bend. There he is. Okay.
Oh.
So that's where he is. You need to go to... if you guys are looking for the next guard, he's over here by quote-unquote the treasure room.
Oops.
Oops. Again, something opened up that's not even there. Weird. I don't know.
It autocorrected.
You sure about this?
I wrote Captain Zack and it autocorrected to Captain Zane. It didn't. Luffy's good at voice acting. Thank you, Conan. That's very kind.
Told you you couldn't win.
Wow, she's destroying everybody. Way to go,
Don't say I didn't
Katara.
warn you.
Kara, Supergirl.
Katara. I know, Kara's Supergirl. Okay, last Fire Nation soldier. Talk to this guy.
Hey,
Oh, I'm on my way. Okay. The soldiers are all on their way. What was the point of that? Go find Toph. Toph is hanging out. Oh, she's surrounded. Why did she plan on doing this? What was... She's the one. She's the scammer. Oh, wow.
Why would she do that?
I don't know what they're doing.
You betrayed me!
We will take that criminal in now. Yes, there is a reward for you, what you've done. Go to the town hall to collect it. Bye, Toph.
Okay.
There's a reward for turning in our friend. Okay. Weird.
We gain the reward but lose our friendship. This is terrible. Why would we do this to Toph?
That's what you get for calling me Sugar Mama.
Sugar Queen.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
Yes, you will get your reward, right? Ha! The ultimate scam. You got money.
We got the reward, but what's happening to Toph?
Katara and Toph were imprisoned, and while Aang and Sokka searched for them, eventually escaped. They didn't have long to relax, because shortly after they all reunited, they were attacked.
Okay. Well, at least we're moving on now. So, feel free to tackle those side missions on your own, guys and gals. I wasted time in that yesterday, and I couldn't figure it out. Today, same deal. So.
This guy again?
Who is he? Why is he attacking us?
I don't know, but we gotta keep moving. We have to stop him.
Combustionman? Okay. 5 minutes. Okay, we're fighting Combustionman. You guys are almost at 80 likes. Keep going. We have to kill Aang real quick.
Ow!
Sorry, Aang. Must be done.
R.I.P. Okay, a demo of SAO Last Recollection will be out at midnight tonight. In case you guys are interested.
Doesn't talk much,
Didn't we
does
already
he?
do that game? This is a new game, or I thought we already did it.
Is that a new game, Austin?
Ah! No! Uh-oh.
Well, actually, I can look that up. SAO Last
Ew.
Recollection.
How did this happen?
Kill me!
Oh no!
Thank you.
Who sent you?
Who sent you to kill me? Everyone.
You have failed, Avatar.
Checkpoint. Wow, finally a tough boss. Ah, no. We had him kill us for reasons.
Says it's releasing in October 5th and October 6th worldwide, and October 5th in Japan.
So it is a new game?
I guess so.
Yeah. Spirit Trials. Spirit Trials are these. So we've done 12 Spirit Trials? No, we have not. To unlock the Spirit Trial, you have to finish the story mode. Okay. Alright, let's get him.
Save data from the demo can be carried over to the full game when it launches.
See what I mean? How they're releasing too many games in October? Like, all these games are not going to succeed. There's too many.
This guy again?
Who is he? Why is he attacking us?
Story of the ages, Aang.
I don't know, but we gotta keep moving. We have to stop him.
I don't know if it's a... Oh, wow. Oof.
Hmm?
It says $60.
I mean, most games are $60 now, honey. But I'm just saying, there's so many games that are happening in October, we can't cover them. Might be able to do it in November, but by then, no one will watch it anyway. If you can't do it the first week, no one watches.
We'll stop you somehow.
Okay, that didn't sound like Aang. Alright, let's go.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Yeah, I hear you.
Doesn't talk much, does he?
Aang without hair, Tim Drake from Arkham, LOL, says Conan. I like Aang with hair, says Conan. He does look better with the hair, to be completely honest. But
Who is this
his
guy?
look for being an avatar that he's used to his training is like his bald look. Otherwise he can't show off his cool tattoos.
Also, I don't understand. If having hair is a problem and it quote slows him down, why does he grow a thick beard when he's older? Like, what's the difference between having a thick beard and having hair on his head? It's still hair on his face.
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Tenzin too, his son. We beat Combustionman, and he exploded. Bye-bye.
Yeah!
Good job, Aang. Alright, moving on to the next chapter. Or not. Oh. Wrecked.
Wow.
Hey, I got it. perfect name for that guy? Combustionman!
Good job, Sokka. Now let's get out of here before Combustionman catches us.
See? It fits so well.
That's cute. Toph is like, cool name.
Toph likes him.
Aww.
It's unrequited though. Although some fans have a theory that one of her daughters in the future is Sokka's from a accidental one night stand after probably the death of Suki. But no one knows for sure. Maybe they'll... Although, if they kill Suki in a movie or like a future thing, fans are going to riot because Suki wasn't mentioned really at all in Korra. They made a lot of choices with Korra that upset like Avatar Last Airbender fans.
Yeah, like by not mentioning Suki at all.
Not mentioning Suki, not mentioning how Sokka died. And just like, oh, well, it was a story about Korra, but we had some... They had to bring in more Aang characters to save the show. Anyway, we have an earthbending attack. Let's go with this one.
Sammy Bear King says the reason also serves as a symbol of renunciation of worldly ego and fashion in Buddhism, shaving your head. That is part of. Okay, thank you, Sammy Bear. Very, very interesting.
We now have the rock press combo, which will cause our game to slow down immensely. So, there you go.
The Avatar and his friends flew to an uninhabited island to rendezvous with the invasion force, which would be led by Sokka's father, Akoda. And they arrived early, which gave them a chance to get some rest. The Avatar, however, allowed his apprehension of the coming conflict to get the best of him. With the help of his friends, however, he was finally able to calm his nerves and get some sleep. Hakoda and the warriors from the Southern Water Tribe finally arrived, along with Earth Kingdom warriors and some unexpected and unorthodox allies. And together, they prepared to set into motion their plan to invade the Fire Nation, when it would be at its most vulnerable, on the Day of Black Sun.
Day of Black Sun is when the Fire Nation lose their powers during a solar eclipse. It was actually a pretty brilliant plan, but unfortunately, Azula and some of the Fire Nation people already know about it. So this is a giant trap. Chapter 14, The Day of Black Sun. Oh no, not this place again.
Hey!
Hey guys! We've spent so much time preparing for this, huh?
Wait, where are the other kids?
Oh, in all this chaos, they got separated from us. We have to find them now for another side quest. No.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree, Conan, like, it felt like in the show, even though, oh, well, I'll talk about it
Yeah, 1
afterwards.
Aang, 2 large groups of Fire Nation soldiers are approaching from the opposite. Okay. Yes, thank you, Aang. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like in Buddhism, like, the reason they shave their heads is to deny themselves or whatever, but I feel like in the show, they made it like the main reason, or at least one of the reasons, was for be aerodynamic. So, like, if they just said it was to deny themselves the world, then that would make more sense. But the fact that they seem to imply in the show that he would be more aerodynamic, it doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe they should have cut that. I guess they were just trying to... But I don't know. They were just trying to make it cute, like, so kids could understand. But it feels like that was a cute reason at the beginning, but then later they completely changed reality and was like, oh, I don't need to be aerodynamic anymore because I can grow a beard.
Guys, we're at the past the 30-minute mark of the stream, and we're still not at 100 likes yet. Yesterday's first Avatar stream took quite a while to get 100 likes. So do your best to try to get that up there before the hour mark. That'd be fantastic.
Better watch out.
Sokka looks really cool in his Water Tribe warrior outfit. So I don't know if they're gonna break. Oh yeah, wait, no. Yeah, that's right. The Day of Black Sun was a failure. So they probably are going to do the Fire Nation prison. I hope they do it. Unless they skip that part. No, I don't think they do. Because there is a... Suki's not in this yet. Like, he actually... Sokka saves his girlfriend. Goes into the unbreakable prison to rescue her. Along with his father. So this stuff all takes... Chapter 14. If there's 18 chapters, this chapter is going to be a sad chapter, kind of, sort of.
Oh, you felt like they should have showed more romance between Aang and Katara, Shadow Trooper? Yeah, but, like, in some Asian cultures, like, people are super, like, personal about their... But, I mean, I guess Zuko and, his girlfriend didn't have a problem showing
Aang and Katara were really young. Zuko and his girlfriend were older. Sokka and his girlfriend were older, so they showed them more. They did show Aang and Katara become a couple, like, at the end of the war, but, I mean... They had to make the characters look older.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be weird.
Right. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I mean, if we had gotten a continuation from that point, then maybe we would have gotten to see more of their...
As long as everything goes according to plan, next year is going to be an Avatar either miniseries, Last Airbender, like, after the events, or it's going to be a movie that's going to take place when Aang, Katara... Sokka, Suki, and some other people were, like, in their mid-20s. So we're gonna get to... Might even see the birth of, like, some of their children. I don't know. Hello, Avatar! What have I done? I've left blueprints. Oh, why'd you leave those? That was dumb. In that case, please go and get those back for me. Okay, so now we know where the blueprints are. The blueprints are, over here. So this thing that we couldn't interact with before, now you can interact with.
They did show some romance for Katara and Aang for the character's age, says Drago.
They did a little bit, yes.
So it's like, oh, I guess like at that age, it's like romance would be just hanging out together.
Zuko and Mei are teenagers. Sokka and Suki were teenagers. Aang and Katara were 12, I think. 12 and 13. So it was a little more awkward to have them, like, you know, show them kissing and stuff, but they kissed at the end of the series. Like, after the war, because she even said, Aang, you've grown up so much, you're no longer the little boy. And then, you know, he's like, you're right, I'm a man now. He acts a little older and stuff like that, but he's still 12. He's either 12 or 13 or something like that.
He looks younger without his hair, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
When all his hair is shaved off, he looks younger, I feel like. I don't know.
Alright, how we doing with Alright guys, you are very close to 100. Keep going. Okay, so we're trying to find some stuff. We need... We only have one Earthbender. Where's... Oh, I guess all we need is one Earthbender. Ooh.
They should do it where the books left off, says Sheikah Toon.
They did comic books.
So I don't know where they're gonna start whatever it is that they're doing.
We don't know what the movie's about yet. I mean, it could be based on the ongoing comics. I don't know. Are the comics over for Last Airbender now, or are they still ongoing?
I guess I'm most excited about, yeah, the Airbender movie, animated movie. That's the one that I think is going to be most true to the show.
The Netflix show might be okay.
Isn't it live action, though?
Yeah, but the live action One Piece show is really good.
Yeah, but that's an exception to the rule. Like, usually they're not that good. Most of them haven't been that good.
Yeah, the He-Man remake wasn't very good.
And also, the only reason One Piece was good was because the creator was, like, overseeing it.
True.
So, it depends if the creator of Avatar is gonna oversee it or not.
Team Avatar, or the Avatar Studios, are the ones who are doing it, though.
Told you couldn't
Like,
win.
the people who wrote the original Last Airbender show are involved with the Avatar live-action series. The creators are involved. Even though it's not for Nickelodeon and it's on Netflix, the creators are involved.
Yeah. Thanks for helping get the likes up, Doggle, and everyone else.
Although I thought it was for Netflix, or it was for Paramount. I don't remember. Alright, so that's taken care of. So the Airbender is not available right now. We have Katara and the gang. Alright, there we go. So we found another hidden blueprint. Always fun. Now, this game works differently than some other games. Whoops. Basically, your character does not level up. It's not an RPG. What happens is you collect side missions and you get those little coin thingies, and then you can unlock new skills. So you can see with Katara, she's actually pretty powerful. We have a bunch of skills unlocked for her. Uh-oh, I didn't want to do the tank thing. I don't like the tank. The tank is super low. She also can attack in the air. That's actually very helpful. Ooh! Ow. So next week we're going to be very busy. I believe we have early access to the Detective Pikachu game, which is next week. And then a week after that will be another new game. And then the week after that will be back-to-back Mario and Spider-Man and Sonic. The new Sonic Superstars game. So there's going to be at least 3 games happening simultaneously. And one of those games might have to be as an upload series because there's just not enough time in the day to live stream.
Told you can win.
Unless we can keep the... If the live streams do really well and they're only like an hour long to get 1,000 views, which would be possible, then of course we can always do more live streams. But live streams are much longer than they were before. Like, people were asking, like, how come you guys don't do as many live streams? It's like, because we don't get the views. We have to stream, instead of, we used to only do like an hour and 20-minute live streams, easily get 1,000 or 2,000 views, and then we would jump to the next live stream after a 15-minute break, and then there would be, you know, more of the game shown that day or whatever, like more episodes. And now what happens is live streams are longer because YouTube basically lowered how live stream views are counted. They lowered them more than their competitor Twitch. So, because Twitch also lowered the views, how live streaming views were counted.
Yeah.
That way they didn't have to pay their creators as much.
It's terrible.
Yep.
I don't know why.
I'm almost finished.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's gotta trickle down to them at some point. Like, not as many people don't want to be on their platform.
Darn it.
Can't wait for Dragon Quest on Thursday. Also, Sammy Bear King. So, what's the Dragon Quest game, Luke?
The Dragon Quest game is a new game, but it's not going to do... We can do a showcase of it, but it's not going to do well on the channel. I already know it won't. Like, I can get early access to it tomorrow, but it's not going to do well.
It's
So
too
it's
late
an
for you
official
now.
Dragon Quest game?
Yep,
or
it's a
like
brand new one.
Oh. I mean, we did pretty well with that one Dragon Quest.
That was years ago, though, honey. Like, this Avatar game would have done better, but back then, too. What? If YouTube, like, out of all the changes they did, if they would somehow ratify their notification system and just, like, completely got rid of it, then I think our channel could actually start to bounce back a little bit, because it's tied to the broken notification system. So if the notification system was gone, then it would go back to what its default is, but you can't really do that. How we doing, guys? Are we at 100 likes?
Sammy is sad. Says, "Oh man, you said you probably wouldn't get very many views on the."
We're gonna do at least one episode of it. We're gonna do like the first hour of the game, show people what it's like, and you know, try to push people to get those 1,000 views per stream. If they're able to, we don't mind looking at it, but you know, got to get the numbers because it's gonna impact us. Not getting as many super chats as we normally do because some of our viewers are having some financial difficulties, which they let us know about on Patreon and things like that. So, our you've noticed like on the channel for the past I think it's like 3 or 4 days, there's been less and less super chats. That's because people are having some difficulties.
The Adventures of Dai.
Yep, that's the name of the game. Whoa.
Interesting.
But we also suffer financial problems. If our streams don't hit 1,000 views, we don't make any money at all. It's like we just did a 2-hour stream for free. is not a good business strategy. But I noticed the other day I had 150 people watch me play Donkey Kong for almost 4 hours, and YouTube didn't give me 1,000 views either. Like, I literally had a watch time of 25 minutes per person. So the watch time was immense. The amount of people watching was insane. Well, I mean, insane for that time of night, because you have to remember it was until like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And YouTube still didn't give me 1,000 views. After 3 hours.
Which one were you playing?
Donkey Kong Country 1.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I had 150 people watching me until about 3 in the morning, and then it dropped down to 90 people consecutively, and they still didn't give me 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Yep, that was crazy. But hey, come to help. Okay, I know that, Sokka, but this is too much for them. He's right. We need to help them. Protect the children.
Better watch out.
We will protect the children.
Team Avatar for the win.
Think of the children. Alright guys, you are 5 away from 100, and we are 46 minutes into the stream. So you've got a few minutes before we hit the hour mark, which would be doing better than yesterday's Avatar stream. Unfortunately, the views are still frozen. Views will not go up until we hit around 100 likes. Alright, we saved the children. Good job, everybody. My dad told me that a fleet of Navy ships is headed this way. Can we create a diversion to help these kids? Awesome. Alright. They'll be too busy trying to shoot us down to fire on our people. Yeah. So, basically, Aang and his group had to split up and save the children. Think of the children. And only Aang can double jump, so.
Sokka's outfit looks weird.
He's a warrior. That's a warrior. He's a water tribe warrior.
Oh.
Yes, that was the last one. Perhaps the mechanist will find some peace now. Mission accomplished. That's going to be more Avatar coins. There we go. So that side mission is done. AK is coming to Street Fighter 6 on the 27th. Sonic Frontiers DLCs. Yes. There is a Street Fighter character that we'll be covering on tomorrow, I believe. Or the 27th, and then the 28th is something else. I was planning on doing as much Avatar as possible today to get the game done, but there were some circumstances that happened that there was basically a lot of smoke in the house, and I don't do well with that because my lungs aren't the best, so I wasn't able to breathe.
It's okay. I mean, you can. I forgot to put the vent.
Our stove is really bad.
Like our stove was professionally cleaned by professionals, which means there's nothing on it. There's not any like charred remains of anything. There's no ash in it. There's nothing on it.
Yep.
And it still still fills the house with smoke whenever it gets used.
Was that what you call a fight?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the super chat, Max.
Thank you, Max. We appreciate that, buddy. Alright, guys, you're at 100 likes. Good job. Let's shoot for 120 in the next, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Will we be doing Sonic Frontiers DLC?
Yes.
Sonic Frontiers DLC, and I don't know what AKI is.
Street Fighter, one Street Fighter stream will be happening for the new DLC character.
Told you can win.
Maybe we could do some versus videos.
Yeah.
Versus
Thank you,
videos
Max.
are really easy for us to do because they only take 15 minutes.
Yeah, wait, I was gonna.
I can do better.
Okay,
than
we hit
this.
100 likes. Great job, guys and gals. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, everyone. Thank you.
You never had a chance.
Alright, we have to keep moving.
You shouldn't have started this.
A battle of the Black Sun. Alright, so go to the gate. What else do we need to do? There was another side mission we were doing. Okay, so we completed both side missions. There we go. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. 49 minutes. Find the children. Find kids. Okay. Doing really well. Thank you very much for the super chat. We appreciate that.
Well, that helps tremendously. Thank you
Yes,
so
it does.
much.
It's the difference between some pay and no pay. So, it's always good. Alright, we need to heal Katara. What do you mean you can't heal? Your friends already have full health. Well, Katara doesn't. Jerks. Katara doesn't have full health. Oh, now we need to heal. Or not heal. We need to give... No, not Sokka. We don't want to give him anything. Wait, do we? Become temporarily invulnerable after defeating an enemy. What's this? This one is... Increases boomerang speed. That's not really going to help us. What about strength?
Interesting, Conan. I like Zuko more than Azula since I feel it depicts mental ability and determination for success, not giftedness. Because Azula was a spoiled brat.
Yes.
Definitely Conan.
Also,
I agree.
you know, honor. Zuko has honor. His sister does not have honor.
Gio says, I can't wait until Sonic Superstars and Mario Wonder because they're multiplayer games and cool games. Possibly, maybe you guys can do community streams on them and I might be able to play. Yay!
What game?
Both games are have multiplayer. Sonic Superstars and Mario Wonder have multiplayer aspects of them.
True.
Very cool, Gio.
Alright guys, here we go. We just have to beat these guys and we can move on.
I have a feeling Luke is gonna do multiplayer of Mario Wonder.
Probably.
And maybe Sonic Superstars, we'll see.
Alright, so we upgraded Toph so that she does about the same amount of damage that Aang does with her boulders now. So, we'll have to play as Toph again later anyway. Like, because this isn't the finale of the game yet, by the way. This is where the story actually took a darker turn for the Avatar team because they lose.
Oh.
Which it's always more fun in a story to watch your heroes struggle, because when they actually come back and triumph, it's more of a like, yeah, they did it this time. You know, to see their confidence get shaken and everything fall to pieces for them, and basically I think Sokka ends up becoming the temporary like village chief leader when his dad goes down too. I believe. I don't remember though. It's a long time ago.
Did we finish the part where they get trapped in a library with a talking owl? I don't know if
I don't think they
did.
showed that yet.
A multiplayer online systems of gaming? Yeah, the
For
new
Mario Wonder.
Mario game is gonna have that.
Actual cutscene. Oh wait, no it's not. Never mind, this isn't a cutscene. I take that back. Sorry. This is, come on, buddy! Let's go distract the ships. Yip yip! So, Aang is going to attack the Fire Nation ships to act as a distraction so the people on land can, you know, beat the Fire Nation during the eclipse.
Maybe you have to jump over that.
I think you're right. I mean,
Does he have a jump button?
yes.
So, is Appa more than 100 years old?
Appa is old.
Because didn't he have to wait for Aang while he was frozen?
Yeah.
So he must be more than 100 years old.
Something like that. But Appa's not around in Korra's time, I don't think.
That's the jump is doing like a weird flip.
Yeah, you do a barrel roll, or you do a what do they call that? It's not a barrel roll. It's
I
a
don't know, somersault.
yeah. Try a somersault. That's right. Yeah, it's a somersault.
Do a barrel roll.
This part would be more exciting if they had like really cool music to go with it. They just have like very ambient like mobile game music for this section.
Oh, Appa was frozen with Aang, Sense of Gaming?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he fled on Appa when the Fire Nation attacked.
Oh.
Or, actually no, he fled his responsibilities as the Avatar.
Oh, wow.
He didn't want to fight. He got, and then when he left, that's when the Fire Nation attacked. But a lot of people believe that if Aang stayed, he would have died. And then the Avatar would have, I guess, passed on to a Water Tribe person.
Oh, so he thought that he was not, like, he was ashamed of himself. He thought.
I always thought that
They got
maybe
us,
I'm
buddy.
alone in this, but I think that the person who was supposed to be the Avatar in Aang's day was Katara.
Oh, interesting. So she would have been the Avatar if he had died.
That's what I think. Like, well, I mean, if she was, you have to be born after they die.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she would have been a prime candidate to be the Avatar. Like,
Is
if
Aang
Aang,
1 year
if,
older than her?
no, I mean, if Aang lived his full life and 100 years later when the
oh, right,
Avatar,
that's right. He's
yeah,
100 years older than her. I forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. He's not 12 and she's 13. He's 112. That makes sense. So if he lived his whole life, then when he died, Katara probably was the Avatar. That's interesting.
You know, she just seems like she would have been a prime candidate for the Avatar. Like, if Aang already lived his entire life and accomplished all his stuff 100 years ago. That's just my thoughts. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe Sokka as the
They got
Avatar.
us, buddy.
LOL, says Sons
no.
of Gaming.
No. Okay, what was the point of that? Yeah, these things are super annoying.
The Talking Owl was in book 2. Okay, thank you, JS.
No, there's no talking owl in this then. They skipped the
Yeah.
talking owl section.
They must have not. Oh, the lame minigames, says Sammy Bear.
Yeah, the minigame's not very good. We're almost there though.
The Black Sun stories, says Sons of Gaming.
That's what we're doing.
We made it, buddy.
This is a pivotal part of the story that they have to show. Great, the fleet is getting away. Let's go to the royal palace. It's time to face the Fire Lord. No, it's not. It's too early. They skipped it. That was one of the best episodes. Yep, they skipped it. Maybe they showed the owl briefly in a cutscene. I don't remember. You guys would have to go back and watch previous streams.
Aang entered the Fire Nation's royal palace in search of the Fire Lord, but he was nowhere to be found. In their search, they stumbled upon a hidden underground bunker. Thinking the Fire Lord might be hiding there, they entered the bunker.
Okay. Fire Lord bunker. Hidden underground. 57 minutes. Okay. Whoops. Okay, hidden underground. Alright guys, let's keep pushing. You're almost at 110 likes. So the Fire Lord came here to hide? Coward. Coward or not, this is one dangerous place for us. Right, let's go and be careful then. And find the Fire Lord. Okay, so we got Team Avatar, Sokka, Toph, and Aang is here. But they're not wearing their Fire Nation attire anymore, so I don't really know what's going on. What? You want me to... Who am I lifting that for? Toph?
I don't know if that's
No, I'm gonna be able to make that.
Katara, but she looks pretty cute on the second thumbnail there.
That's Katara.
Oh wow, she looks so cute there.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up changing things again though, because they're skipping around a lot. Like they haven't done the Ember Island thing yet, unless the Ember Island thing comes after the failure at Black Sun, like the battle of the Fire Nation with all the United Nations and people get captured and sent to the prison.
Yeah.
I don't remember. The Fire Lord's got to be somewhere. I think they go and they look for the Fire Lord. He's not there. And then Aang, you know, the Fire Nation gets their powers back. They easily defeat the Water and the Earth armies that were there. And then it's up to Sokka to lead the remaining people, and they all go into exile for a while. I think that's how it happens.
The Ember Island is near the end, says Sons of Gaming.
I feel that something else here must be another challenge. Whatever's behind that thing, we need to reach it. These chains attached to the platform. They must be attached to pulleys to lift it. Cool.
Yeah, definitely dull quick. If she learned from that old woman that special type of water bending that was forbidden, then she generally probably could have killed anyone and it was in her way. I mean, yeah, Katara could have become an ultimate power overlord with that.
She still knows her bloodbending, she just doesn't use it very much. She only used it on a couple occasions. And they were life or death occasions. She was pretty good with that stuff. Also, I thought like it's doing bloodbending is also kind of like a it does things to you.
Oh, it makes you kind of like a vampire.
No, I mean it you know, it's really harming people. So it's very.
So it like taints your soul to do it.
I guess, I don't know. Katara only did it like 3 times, I think. Although I don't remember if she used bloodbending against the guy who really killed her mother. She used it against a subordinate. And she used it against the lady. She might have only done it like a few times. Okay, there we go. I barely made that.
That was frustrating.
Well, I mean, it's because Toph and people, without Katara, they can't heal. The only way they can heal is by eating food, which actually is a great idea. So we're gonna eat some food. Your Avatar team needs food badly. Have some dumplings. Here's what
Oh, the inventory has little Appa as the little icon.
Yep.
It's cute.
Mm-hmm. What? Thank you.
Wow!
That was scary. You raised the platforms! Good job! Let's get going! And again, guys, I can't see the text, so I'm basically making up my own text to further the useless dialogue. Just trying to get the series to move on.
She did it twice this Sunset.
She did it twice, okay. But she's able to utilize it whenever she wants. No, not a good thing to do.
Yeah, at least she didn't do it to everybody.
Mm-hmm. True. Alright, so where did I raise that giant? Whoa. Okay, there it is. We found it, sort of. What? Okay, that's a problem.
Oh, okay.
He can't make that jump. There we go. You have to look where there's prompts. You can't just randomly break stuff.
That makes sense.
If there's no prompt, then you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And sometimes the game removes the prompt, so you can't even see it.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And when it removes the prompt, that means you're in a glitch. You can't do anything. Alright.
I would use blood blending to help people with blood clots this sense of gaming.
Yeah, totally. That would work.
I mean, I think it could work, especially people with blood problems.
Hey!
Look at that armor. We can't let the Fire Nation soldiers use it. Let's have a random side quest and beat this stuff up. Let's go.
Sure thing.
I wish I could use blood bending on myself, because I have high blood pressure, which means my blood flows through my veins too fast, so... I mean, I wish I could slow it down with blood bending or something.
Interesting.
It would help me out a lot.
Mm-hmm. What does that even do?
Yeah, definitely Shadow Trooper. We have to worry about the next Avatar show coming because movies and shows these days generally suck or are not really the same as they used to be. Or they change everything.
Well, I mean,
yeah, we'll
studios are kind of learning. Like Disney, it might be too late for Disney, but Disney made the announcement during a what do they call that? Shareholders meeting, because Disney's been losing so much money over the whole culture war thing. So the current CEO of Disney said behind closed doors, we need to quiet the noise on this culture war stuff because we're losing billions. So Disney's theme park attendance is down. Less people are buying classic Disney animated movies. They've lost because of going after this, like, you know, SJW nonsense, they've lost billions of dollars over the past, like, 3 years. And, like, their theme parks are, like, not doing well. Like, usually Disney, if they have a bad year, like, movie-wise, they can recuperate their losses through their theme parks. Their theme parks are just, like, no one's going. Nobody's buying the nostalgia stuff. The audience that they were tailoring to, which is very minimal, like the Twitter and the Tumblr and the Facebook people.
It's like 1 or 2% of the actual people.
It's not their core audience, right? So, you know, it might be too late though. I mean, literally Disney would have to fire hundreds of people involved in like writing movies and directors and start over again. As well as they have to like gut people in their like executive branch that are in there as well. It is still possible to do it. Like they could curve some of the culture war stuff and just go back to being, because Disney's not seen as a family friendly company anymore. And over the past, like, I think it's been 6 years, majority of their movies have been banned around the world, like, when it comes to new releases. That never happened before. The original Aladdin movie was not banned in the Middle East.
Yeah, I mean, it's, people think, like, oh, it doesn't matter if my movie's banned in India or in the Middle East or in China. But it actually does, because you are losing a tremendous amount of sales.
You're
like,
losing revenue, yeah.
And honestly, like, even though, like, you know, there's cultures that don't have the same views as, you know, like the West.
Open now. Let's go.
They're generally pretty, like, as long as the movie isn't ultra offensive, they generally are like, okay, fine, it can be shown in our movie, in you know, our country. But because the movies have been so offensive and so finger waggy, that's why they are banned in these other countries. Because it just got to the point where they are just sick of it.
There were several YouTube channels that deal with Disney news, like for theme parks and for just talking about like Disney things in general, even like classic Disney.
Yeah.
Their views have been in the toilet for like 3 years because a lot of people who grew up loving Disney, they don't really, you know, even the classic stuff, they don't support Disney financially as much anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Disney chose the wrong side in their war, and they just basically alienated their core audience, which, you know, pretty much wiped them out almost.
They could write a memo to all their employees and be like, by the way, you can't write anything that's finger waggy or preachy anymore.
Pretty much,
like maybe you should just write nice movies about a father and son having a nice day at the park.
If this keeps
or
up,
something.
If this keeps up, what's going to happen, since Nintendo has entered into Disney space with theme parks and other things, we could be looking at a huge shift in, like, you know, what people perceive as like family entertainment with Nintendo, because Nintendo's opening museums, Nintendo is opening theme parks, Nintendo is going to have TV shows, they're going to have movies, not just video games. Like, Nintendo's like focus after Iwata was gone and with the new board members is they're literally going after the theme parks. They're going after Disney's role. Their plan is to open, like, in the next 10 years, different theme parks in China, more theme parks like in some Western countries and stuff like that. You know, they're going to become a big competitor to what was the name of that other company that has theme parks? Not Sony, Universal. So, you know, if Disney isn't smart and they find some way of curving like some of the nonsense they've been doing, literally in the next 15 years, Nintendo will replace them. Like, as the big, you know, billion-dollar corporation.
But that's hilarious, because at the time of Disney Infinity, one of the reasons why Disney Infinity closed down is because they said they expected to replace Nintendo in the gaming thing.
Yeah.
And now Nintendo is probably going to replace them in the theme park area, which is hilarious.
I mean, Nintendo's revenue for their new theme parks in Japan and the theme park that just opened up, like that attraction, because you have to remember the theme park attraction in America is just in the Nintendo world is a part of, I think it's Universal Studios, but Japan actually has a Super Nintendo world in Japan, like it's its own theme park. It's not like part of Universal or anything like that. So their plan is actually to make more theme parks. They're making museums. They're gonna completely, like, you know, they're gonna really take a huge chunk of Disney's like theme park revenue, big time. Also, Disney in Japan is doing terrible. Like, there's rumors that they're thinking of closing Disney Japan because like they just can't afford to keep it open because nobody's going. So the first thing that you're gonna see, how you know Disney's gonna be impacted negatively, is you'll see theme park or like side theme parks that they've opened up in like France, Japan, Germany, things like that. They'll close those way before they deal with Disneyland or Disney World. Like, those will go first.
Team Avatar for the win.
Well, I probably shouldn't go into it too much because I'll probably get in trouble, but...
It's true, though.
I think, especially Disney being like a family-friendly company...
Former,
like, they were supposedly that. The fact that they actually talk about, like, very heated topics that are probably not appropriate to talk about in front of children that they put in their movies now. I think that's a huge thing too, because it's like parents they want their kids to be safe, so why would they be talking about, you know, political topics in front of their kids in a movie, like in a random movie that's just supposed to be a nice, you know, family film, and then they're talking about all this weird stuff.
Alright, we need to go over on that platform now. It's metal bending time, says Toph. So now we'll get to see Toph metal bend a little bit. Because Toph invented metal bending during the third season of the show.
Cool.
Yeah, it is cool, actually.
But yeah, like Luke was actually saying that it's possible part of our drop-in views is also, because a lot of stuff that we cover as Disney products is a huge...
Well, because there's no, like... You would think, see, what I would think is based on how people don't like the live action stuff, they would still like harbor a lot of love for the classics, but they're not really buying the classics anymore or searching for it.
It's like they're just boycotting the whole company because of their practices of just like making everything too political.
I don't think that it's just a boycott. I also think that a lot of these like people our age and older who grew up with this stuff, it's not necessarily just boycott, it's hurt. It's like...
Oh, it's like they don't even want to think about it.
They don't even want to be associated with it.
That makes sense, because the Star Wars, when they came out with Rey and everything, I just didn't even want to watch any Star Wars after that. Because it made me feel sad to think about what they did to my characters.
Right. Yeah, it's
so
not...
That might be... Exactly what you're saying. It might not be a boycott. It's like... Watching a Disney film may make you think about the old days where they would make classic films that were beloved, and makes you feel sad thinking about what they've done to the company.
Like, here's the thing. There are rumors going around in the industry that, you know, the Disney Vault was their marketing scheme to basically, like, get people to buy, like, classic movies when they came back out.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't been putting a lot of movies in the vault anymore, and people still aren't buying. Like, usually, I mean, Disney was always doing this thing where you could, you know, they do this big marketing thing. For the first time in 10, 15 years, blah, 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 this movie is coming back from the Disney Vault. Like, right now they have movies available, and they're not in the vault, and they're not doing the vault nonsense, and they can't sell them. So, I mean, that's a huge thing right there. And, you know, Twitter doesn't pay attention to this. But, I mean, all this stuff is, I mean, we're looking at the death throes of Disney. Like, between their nostalgic brand, their theme parks, their upcoming movies, if they don't course correct, they're finished. Like, in 10 years, they'll be gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your cat passing away, Kyla.
Sorry about that.
We'll definitely keep you in our thoughts and prayers. I'm so sorry.
They should have made that a cutscene right there, when Toph just metal bended, but, like, it was just done so nonchalant. Like, in the game, you just walk up and you press the Y button. There's, like, no big thing for the or the metal bending at all. That would have been a cutscene. That should have been.
Yeah, exactly, Conan. So I stopped watching Star Wars for years after The Last Jedi because I only watched 15 minutes of it, but I just stopped and I just quit Star Wars in general for a while. It just left a bad taste in my mouth.
It's hard for me to even watch the classics knowing the kind of stuff that they, you know, what happens. I tried to. I was, a while ago, I felt like, you know, I was really into Star Wars because the games and stuff were really fun. So I popped in my favorite Star Wars movie, The Empire Strikes Back, and in my head, I kid you not, I was watching the movie, I was having fun a little bit, like really late at night. But then in my head, it popped one thing in my head, like talking about like watching this and being like, you already know how Luke's story ends now. You know that he becomes a loser, becomes a drunkard.
Wow.
And so basically, like halfway through the movie, I kid you not, I stopped watching. Because I was like, what's the point? I know the ending.
Yeah, because
It doesn't...
the ending, it ruins the character in the beginning for you, too.
Yeah, it did. All the stuff that Luke did, being optimistic and hopeful and never giving up, like, it doesn't matter anymore because he does become a loser. He does give up. He does quit.
Right.
So it actually does tarnish the movies. Now, I haven't seen, and I probably never will see, the new Indiana Jones movie because I don't want it to ruin my perception of the character. Because I love rewatching Indiana Jones. And if I watch the new Disney movie and to see, you know, Harrison Ford's character reduced to being a loser like Luke Skywalker,
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
can't do it.
Well, some of the stuff, like, just for an example, why movies are banned, like, for instance, in China, because I've seen, like, news and stuff when certain movies are banned in China, especially, like, girl boss movies that tend to be banned in China, and that's not because they're not saying women can't be empowered, but a woman in the movie being like, I don't need men and men are basically worthless, that's very disrespectful and dishonorable, and China is all about honor in the family. So to say that you don't need one member of your family, you don't need the man of your family, is not honorable, like in China. So it's so anti, you know, it's just anti-society, everything. So that makes sense why they would ban it. But it's just stuff like that gets banned in other countries. You know?
So with the Avatar thing, I know people are kind of skeptical with it coming back and stuff, but I feel like that the Avatar thing is going to be okay because the original writers are involved. Now with the new X-Men show coming out this year or next year, the original team were consultants, but they're not the writers. So I mean, I have a feeling that the X-Men show is going to be really bad. Like, just all you have to do, my way of looking at things, not being a pessimistic, but just like following the breadcrumbs. If you look at the writers that are involved with the new X-Men cartoon show reboot or continuation, they're all crazy. Like every single writer attached to the new X-Men show is your typical crazy loony Twitter person, like bar none. But the original X-Men team act as a consultant. The difference is with the Avatar show and Avatar Studios, these are the people that made The Last Airbender, that are working with Netflix and that are actually crafting the story for Aang and his adventures to continue in a movie or a spin-off show, whatever it is. It's probably going to be like a mini-sode series, I think is what they call those, like where you have like it's basically a movie but it's broken up into like 5 episodes or something like that and posted. Yeah. So it is the original team. So I have hope. I know it's kind of ignorant, but I have hope because the original team is involved, even though they're in the Hollywood machine, that their love for the characters and their ability to be masters at storytelling will shine through, and that we'll get a good continuation of the Avatar characters. But there is part of me that's also like kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, this could be horrible. So anyway, activate the switches with airbending and earthbending to bring the torch to the altar. So it's the same thing again. You have another box puzzle, you have another torch puzzle. These are the only puzzles in the game that they just continue to reuse over and over and over and over and over.
Are we talking about an animated X-Men show?
You don't remember this?
No.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry you have to find out this way. Disney has ordered the continuation of the 90s X-Men cartoon show with X-Men 97, but they have wacky writers.
So they're gonna ruin the show.
Yeah, it's gonna have SJW nonsense in it. Yep.
Silver Sonic says, I don't care what happens with the X-Men show. The original 90s show ended where it did.
Yep.
And there will never be a continuation to it.
Yeah, they're continuing it though. Or they're saying they're doing it.
Yeah, but we don't have to acknowledge it.
You don't have to acknowledge it if you don't want to. Like, if you want to still retain your love for the original series, don't watch the new one.
Yeah.
The animation style they've made look almost identical to the last season of X-Men. So it's like, it literally will feel like a continuation, but the storyline is going to go in modern X-Men territory, which is garbage.
So.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think one of the huge things that people don't understand about modern like shows is that they add in so much politics and all the characters talking about me, my personal problem, my problem with my, personal life, and, finding myself and my political opinion. All this stuff that has nothing to do with fighting bad guys or anything. Like, literally nobody cares. Like, you're literally whining about yourself, and that's what all modern shows are like, instead of actually defeating the bad guy, which is supposed to be the point of the show. You can't even, I mean, that's why the Batgirl movie never happened, because that was what it was going to be about. Me, whining about my personal problems and my issues. And that was what the show was going to be.
Yeah, it was
So
a
there
show.
was no
It was a movie that reflected the times.
I mean, movie. That
So,
was what the movie was going to be.
What people don't understand is
now.
most,
Let's go.
like, the main audience of people when it comes to whatever property or whatever fan is every normal person is being bombarded with the craziness of society right now, like on a day-to-day basis, at work, on TV. When they watch their entertainment, they don't want to be reminded of all the garbage that's happening in the world. And what the entertainment industry is doing is they're reminding people of what's going on in the world. So what's happening is, for the, like, usually movies were, like, really booming for the past, 40 years. Like, the film industry was almost untouchable. And what's been happening after the pandemic and even now is less movies are actually getting seen, because general audiences don't want to go to the movies anymore, not just because they're worried about catching some deadly disease. They're also, like, not wanting to be, basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Preached to. Yes. They don't want to be preached to. They don't want to be yelled at, because everybody in this world has different beliefs. Like, people share, like, a core belief on, like, one or two things, but most people have different ways of, like, living their own life. And they also don't want to be surrounded by, like, one type of agenda over and over and over and over.
People don't want to be told what to do also.
Exactly. So what they do is they find media and they find entertainment that they can escape. And they're not getting that escape from, modern Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, even with something as simple as, like, recycling.
Oh my gosh.
Where people are all over people about it. It's like, I understand recycling is good, but people don't want to be bombarded with it all the time. Like, oh, you didn't recycle. It's like, well, you know what? I just would like to be not yelled at right now about it. Maybe, like, if they add, like, all this stuff into it, it's like, yes, like, it's good to do that, but, maybe not tell somebody to do that all the time. Yeah, like, even something simple, even if it was a good thing, it's just, yeah, exactly. People don't want to be preached to and told what to do and everything they're doing wrong or something. It's annoying.
We have a problem. I think the game freaked out on us. I just used Sokka here to see how that platform's not moving. We need this platform to move to get Toph over there so she can block the fire, because Toph cannot double jump.
It's not moving.
No, we need to leave this puzzle and come back. It's not working.
Yeah, thank you, Sons of Gaming. Yeah, I watched it's like, yeah, K-Wife, watching shows are like escape from your real life for some time and just enjoy, but now writers have to interject how they feel politically into that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's why Japanese media is up, because even though Japanese media includes characters and other walks of life in their story, it's not the whole antithesis of everything about the story. They're in the story and they're working with other characters, but the story is still consistent. When you tune in to anime, you are able to literally escape because you're, watching these characters, just like the original Avatar show. The original Avatar show is a story from the very beginning until the end. It's continuous. They don't ever interject what is happening in society, in our real life, to distract you from, or to basically distort the story. It's what's happening in this world with these characters. They have their own type of drama. They have their own problems and concerns. They have a war going on. And you're able to immerse yourself in this world. And with anime, you get that. Even with superhero shows today, you do not get that in America at all. Like, you get constantly reminded about whatever happened in the news 4 years ago or currently. Whenever they were writing the stuff, they date their work. And that's bad.
Yeah, because 20 years from then,
it's not going to matter.
Watch it and they're going to be like, wow, people were so up in arms about this issue, and this is such a non-issue now. Because usually things in 20 years, they die down, and it's a new issue at that point.
That's why Batman the Animated Series and Teen Titans will always be shows that, like, have so much, like, shelf life, or, like, so much watchability, because they're timeless. They never once, in the show, did they interject anything that was going on in the 90s, in the 2000s, nothing. It was that time period, that world that they created, and the stories that branched out from everything involved with Batman and his rogues, Bruce Wayne, his life, his love life, his struggle, his everything about that character. Even though, you know, the show, like, couldn't really tell if it was in the 90s or if it took place in the 50s because of, like, the architecture and stuff like that. It is a timeless show that will always stand the test of time because it never once dates the show. Whereas the Batman show, the 2004 show, the reason why a lot of people don't watch it is because that show started to add elements that put it in a particular place in time, and so it became dated.
Yeah, the issue that Batman always deals with is, you know, why do bad things happen to good people, basically? Because his parents didn't do anything, and they got killed, and it's like he's trying to struggle with that or something. But it's also a lot of things, like, you know, it's just the idea of trying to make the world a better place, trying to get rid of evil in the world and stuff. It's just normal themes that always happen. Like that's like people are always trying to do that.
Okay, I see what I did wrong before. So
yeah, it's not like a dated thing.
If you're trying to get Toph and company to come over here with the torch, you have to not this platform. Not that switch. You need to go and have Aang come over here and push this switch.
Yeah.
And then Toph needs to grab this. That switch doesn't do anything. So, I made the mistake. Wait, this is not the fire. Where is the fire? Hang on. Oh, the fire was all the way over here. Okay, never mind. So, I was doing it right.
Unfortunately,
you have to make them... Yeah, Aang is the only one that can double jump in this game, which is weird because if you remember the show, Toph was able to do a lot of stuff. Like, she has, like, earth armor, and she can do all kinds of stuff. So, to limit the characters to just being able to, like, jump once is a little weird. And it, you know, it makes these puzzles a little bit more annoying because you can only move one character around the map at one time.
Man, Shadow Trooper said exactly, that's how I want movies and shows to be like. Please leave real life out of it.
I mean, did you know that like, a lot of people will argue that escapism is bad, but escapism is actually good for your mental state of mind. Because if you are surrounded by all the garbage of the world 24/7, you are going to go insane. Like, you have to have an outlet of release because either you are going to become part of the problem, which means you're going to go crazy one day and become the Joker, or two, you're just going to be so depressed, so angry, and just so isolated by everything that's happening, and you're also not going to be able to think for yourself either. So you need, for your own state of mind, you need escapism. It is healthy.
Yeah, I think the best response, like, to all the insanity in the world is no response. Just think of something else positive and stop thinking about it. Because, unfortunately, you can't solve... I don't understand why these people think they can solve problems by talking online, because you really can't solve... None of the problems, real or imagined in their mind, are ever going to be solved by continuously talking about them.
Well, it's not good for, like, them to hear it, like, 24/7 either.
You're never going to solve problems in the world like that, and you really can't solve them by yelling at everyone that you feel is the problem or has a different opinion than you and screaming at them. You can't do that either. the best thing you can do, like when you have a mean person talking to you and being a jerk, is, you know, go home and watch your favorite show or play a video game or think of something positive, because that person is always going to be a jerk.
I mean, look at all
They're never going to change.
Look at all the positivity of the shows from the 1990s that had like such an impact on people's lives, like Power Rangers, for instance. If Power Rangers back then would have talked about all the, you know, bad stuff that, and there were bad things that happened in the 90s. The difference between my life and people today is the news didn't tell you everything that was happening terrible in the country every single day. Like, I mean, what happened was after 9/11, unfortunately, is news companies started to realize that they would get a spike in ratings.
Yeah, so the horrible thing that happened, they would... They were like, let's do more of
So basically, it's not a conspiracy, it's true, too. Like, the media and the company, like the people who owned the news, because there are agencies that own your news agencies, if you didn't know that. There are conglomerates, there are corporations that actually... big billionaires that own, like, CNN and Fox, and, you know, it's true. So what they realized is when they were covering 9/11 non-stop, is that there was a spike in viewership and revenue, and then they also, this was around the time that they started to incorporate the panels. And panels are basically where they talk about one news story for several hours with like four people arguing. Four people arguing, because when people are being angry and nasty with one another, people watch.
Yeah, I turn it off when people are arguing.
So when I was a kid, the news aired 3 times a day. I kid you not. The news was on from, they had like a news bulletin at noon, they had the morning show, and then they had the evening show.
Now it's on like 24/7.
Yep. The 24-hour news thing didn't start until the late 90s. And even then, it wasn't like all the time. Like, they had actual programming on the news. Like, that they would do, like, fun stuff.
Right, like they would do a kitten out of a tree, or let's see, like they would do like,
well, I mean,
show like new products, like with the Wii U, where they did a news story on.
No,
that.
it wasn't tech stuff. It was like before 9/11, you had it wasn't like QVC stuff. You had like the weather. Like 24-hour news would be like, you would have a guy come up every once in a while and they would talk about like some of the stuff that was happening in the world, but they didn't have panels with like these talking heads going back and forth all the time.
I remember on the radio they would do like the weather, the traffic, and then any major news stories.
So
I think we have to use
what we're gonna have to do is Toph is gonna have to stand in here, and then Aang is gonna have to find a way of moving her around, because remember, you can't jump with the torch. There's no jumping with the torch. So you need to move these wheels, like so.
Silver Sonic says, wait, somebody said, I remember the news 3 times a day. Yeah, I remember the news 3 times a day, says Sons of Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember things being much different. Like, you know, I remember a tiny bit of the 80s when I was very little, and I do remember the 90s.
Okay, so that's a problem. I guess we have to watch where the platforms go to see where the closest place is to move Toph around.
The Office is getting a reboot. Okay,
yep.
Thank you, Brandon. Interesting.
Probably will not watch it.
When I was a kid, they replayed it for hours when September came, says Conan.
Yep. It's because they made a lot of money off of it, unfortunately. And every major...
money off of it.
The reason why people are so angry today is because you are constantly getting a visual bombardment of violence from the news. You're also seeing people argue all the time, which makes you more argumentative when you know,
when you talk to
interact
other
with other humans.
It makes you think like you need to argue with other people about things, whereas like also like what I don't like is like if you just like agree to disagree, people act like you're weak. But in reality, that's a strength because...
It means you can get along with people that you don't agree with, which makes you possibly being a good leader, or also being able to, you know, work together at... Because not every job in this world is fun. So being able to work together with people that are different than you, and being able to do your job well, or whatever task is put in front of you, that takes real strength and leadership. because you're not going to get along with everybody in this world, but to, you know, find ways of getting angry at them over stupid things like, you know, whatever nonsense is going on in the world, you have to learn to get along with people. That is the most important thing that I will stress to people in the 2020s. You have to get along and be able to work with people that you don't agree with. You can't, you know, go around canceling people and doing all this animosity toward your fellow humans because you're going to grow up hating people. Like, you have to learn to get along with people that are different than you. And people who, you know, you don't personally like.
Yeah, I mean, like...
That's what being an adult is. That's what they should be teaching people. Because that's the stuff we grew up with. We grew up with TV shows where, in sitcoms, you know, the main character ran across somebody they didn't like, and they had to work together on a project for work. And, you know, they would complain about the person at home to their wife and family and stuff like that, but when they actually went to work, they did their job.
They would find... Sometimes in the show, they'd find something good about them in the end. Where it turned out... Because everybody's a human being, so, I mean... There should be something good you find out about somebody.
I think I'm actually doing this pretty well. This is a very long, dragged-out puzzle, though. This, like, takes a long time. So make sure that you have the character stationary like that. You can use either Sokka or Aang to move these, like, wheels and stuff around.
You're breathtaking, Richard.
Bingo.
I'm homesick.
Sorry to hear that, Richard. Okay, now we need to bring Aang over here. And remember, Aang can double jump, so he can easily get over there. And then this should conclude this aspect. Yeah, this is it. This was the last puzzle. Sorry these puzzles take a while, guys. They're a little lengthy.
Okay, I will pray for your doctor's appointment, Andrew. So sorry,
It's unlocked now.
that's your surgery, Andrew. I will
Of course.
be praying for it, of course.
Oh. I would really like some variety in these puzzles, though. Have you noticed they're all torch, box, and, like, holding back, like, the elements puzzles? Like, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, but that's actually what... I think it just shows that there's a breakdown of people getting along. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Nothing appears more substantial than Earth. Nothing appears less substantial than air. Yet opposite forces can enhance each other when used together rather than canceling each other out. So we still haven't done any fire puzzles yet, and we're on the last chapter of the game. Well, I mean, the last book of the game. We're on chapter 14. There's supposedly 18 or 19 chapters in this game, which is a bit too excessive. It's kind of long.
Oh, I'm so sorry about your loss, Andrew. So sorry about your uncle. I'm so sorry that your uncle passed away.
I don't even know if they're going to give Aang the ability to use fire in this.
Thank you, Bowman and Latias for praying for Andrew. Well, I was just saying it just shows, I think, like, the news telling people that if you think differently than someone, you shouldn't get along. I think that has to do with people breaking up for marriages, too, because, like, marriage is all about, like, working things out with your partner, and the fact that there's so many marriages ending, it just shows that people don't know how to get along anymore. You know what I mean?
We completed Toph's skill tree, guys and gals. So Toph is now max, but it doesn't feel like it. Also, it doesn't feel like, for me personally, the elevator music that's in this game a lot just really displaces it. Like, the Avatar is supposed to have, like, really cool, like, exciting music.
Upbeat. Yeah.
And this game doesn't do that.
Yeah, it's... I mean... I don't know if it's easier music to compose or something, but I would assume it would be easier.
It really feels like, if I'm...
ambient music.
I'm being completely honest, it feels like the person who worked on this game... Like, this wasn't Avatar Studios. Like, they didn't approve this game. That was before Avatar Studios existed, when this game was in development, during the pandemic. It feels like, you know when you go to a website as a YouTuber and you're looking for royalty-free music that you can use in your videos? That's what this game's soundtrack feels like. It's not Avatar. Avatar has, like, a more Asian or, like, kind of oriental vibe to the music. Like, it has, like, the, what do they call it, a penny flute? What is the name of that flute in Japan? It's a very specific type of flute.
Honey, I don't know Japanese flutes.
I used to know the name of it. It's maybe people in the chat remember, but it has like a very beautiful sound to it that is you know immediately when you hear it. That is a Asian flute. That is constant in the Avatar show. It's not in this game at all. Like there's no music that's that of the show. It doesn't have the Fire Nation theme, like anything even close to the Fire Nation theme. It really feels like the person who worked on this game got their sound effects and got their music from the same place, which was a royalty-free website. It really feels like it.
Ouch, Luke. This is a brutal review. I feel like I want to hear you do a review of this game. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You're on a roll today with... first, we're reviewing Disney and why they're not cutting it, and now we're reviewing this game. I mean, it's interesting. When I actually took music theory in college, it's funny because somebody said one of the best and most easiest jobs you can get if you're a music composer is composing music for a soap opera.
Bamboo, that's it. Bamboo flute.
Oh, interesting.
That's it, yes.
But they said that basically you would just play one note. Like, just play it over and over again for ambient music in the background of a soap opera, and you could get paid for basically doing nothing. And that's what this game feels like. It feels like it's very lazy music composition, you know what I mean? Like, it would be much harder and take a lot more time to think of a cool theme, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, like something interesting would take longer to actually compose, like, a song or arrange a song from the show. But obviously, it feels like they didn't take a lot of time with it, it feels like. I could be wrong. I mean, I feel like I'm bashing the game at this point.
That's not why I'm sighing. I'm sighing because, like, basically this is annoying. Every puzzle in this game, like I said, it revolves around boxes, and it's so tedious.
Yeah, I mean, the music does, I mean, and that was like the last couple days, Luke was getting upset with me because the music was putting me to sleep, and he was getting somewhat annoyed. He was like, I thought you had a nap. It's like, I did, but then I started listening to this music.
Yeah, I think we just push this over, and there we go. Alright, open. We're out of here. This is going to be another Avatar challenge, yep. That's it! It's time to face the Fire Lord. No, it's not. Are you seeing this, Aang? I am, Sokka. What choice do we have, though? Mission accomplished. Chapter 15 now? Or are you still continuing this? If they do a cutscene, then this is going to be Chapter 15.
I want more epic music, or with a beautiful or less depressing touch to Shadow Trooper.
Exactly.
Yep, that's exactly what I think we all want. Yep, exactly, Shadow Trooper.
It's Azula! It's a trap!
Oh, great. Azula and the Dai Li.
Right? Kinda makes me wish we found the Fire Lord first.
Hey!
This has nothing to joke about, you two. Get ready!
Wow, they didn't even... Everybody else was doing dialogue. Oh, man.
Let me introduce you to my new
Wow,
friend.
they just skipped over Aang.
Whatever. We're gonna die so it saves.
Whoa, Azula looks insane. She looks like a Joker smile.
Yeah, Azula has a lot of issues. Okay, kill me so I can save. Thank you. Poor Aang. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, Aang has to lose here anyway, so...
Persistent, aren't you?
Aren't you pathetic?
I like how they said, I wish we would have found the Fire Lord instead of her. It would have been more... It would have been less annoying to fight the Fire Lord than to fight her. That's funny.
Let me introduce you to my new
So,
friend.
I found an amazing YouTube channel. I talked to you guys about this before, but this is a guy that does G1 Transformers animations. It's a team of 4 people. They have their own in-house composer, they have their own artist, they have their own research guy, and they have their own writer. And they have now made a brand new short for RC. And the thing that I always wanted to see when I was a kid is when you bring back a show that you love from your childhood and you continue that show, or you like you bring a lot of love to it, and it just like it just wows you. And this is a fan thing. And the show itself, it's like a 6-minute episode where RC is fighting Galvatron.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. It's so well animated. And you have people in the chat saying like, oh my gosh, Hasbro, hire these people, hire these people. It's like, no, because you will never get a corporate thing like this. Like they would ruin it with like all kinds of nonsense, hiring terrible writers and things like that. If you could somehow, if I was a billionaire and I worked for these corporations and I saw these fans make projects, I would throw a ton of money at them and I would let them, with the proper budget, make whatever show they wanted for me with no interference. Because the reason why these fan projects excel and they do so well is because the fans are able to put the love into the product that they enjoy from their childhood and to do justice to the lore and the world and all this other stuff. And they never incorporate any of the world nonsense that's going on today, ever.
And
that's why they're good.
They would just ruin it with Hasbro.
They just do Transformers problems, Transformers, you know, politics, Transformers stories, Transformers characters, Transformers weapons, music, all that stuff. And it makes an amazing Transformers experience. And that's what it was like growing up in the 80s and 90s, though. When they would actually bring a show back, the show was different than what you remembered, but it was still a show about, like, He-Man or a show about Ninja Turtles. And they didn't, like, you know, go too far crazy. Sometimes they added things subtly, but, you know, it was still that property. It was just the property handled it a little bit different. You know, then maybe they made it a little darker, or they killed off a certain character, or, you know, instead of Mikey eating pizza, Mikey enjoys sushi now. You know, little character changes, not like vast, you know, big, like, we're gonna get noticed by people and we're gonna, you know, bank off people's outrage in order to get our show made. They didn't do any of that stuff. They showed love to the characters, and they just, not necessarily improved upon it, but they did their own spin on it, and it was cool. You know, it was almost like today with these YouTubers who get, like, a small group of them together, and it takes them about 6 months or a year to make one 6-minute episode. But it feels like you're watching something from, you know, that era. Like, if they do something based on Beast Wars, it's a Beast Wars show. If it's a show about G1 Transformers, it takes place in the 80s. It feels like it's from the 80s. The music, the aesthetic, the actors that they get to sound like the original actors. You know, they just really go out of their way of making something amazing for you to watch. And then, even if they do something like Beast Wars, which is, you know, a CGI show from the 90s, it feels like a continuation of Beast Wars. I'm saying, like, right now with X-Men 97, Disney easily could have done that with their new show.
People want to know what the show is called.
The guy's name, I think it's called, like, 87, something like that, which is the year he was born.
Okay, so we'll have to get the name later for you guys.
Basically, to find that, Starscream, I think the first short, or the first movie he'd made was called, like, Starscream's Bad Day, and the newest one is just called RC.
Oh yeah, so just look up Starscream's Bad Day.
I think that's what it's called. Or you could do Starscream animated short.
You know what? I'll just look it up right now.
Because the guy's name is hard for me to remember. I know it's something 87. Because his name is based on the year he was born. So. And it's really good. And he's made a couple things. And also, since it's a based on that, you know, property from when you were a kid, there's no swearing in it either. Like it's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Well, I don't really know, because there's apparently a lot of videos that say Starscream's Bad Day. Stevie.
She's escaping. Whoa. Wait, was it a trap? She's stalling us. No. Oh no! The eclipse is nearly over. We missed our chance. We'll have to find another way to win. Let's get out of here. They lost. See?
Oh, it sounds like the firebending's back on.
I can't believe we fell for that. And now it's too late.
Maybe it's not too late. The eclipse is over, but I can face the Fire Lord anyway.
The Fire Lord knew we were coming this time. We thought we had surprise on our side, but we didn't. It just wasn't our day. What we need to do now is go help our friends.
I guess you're right.
You'll have another chance. I know you will.
It's called the name is 87 Render. That's his name. Okay, so we're moving on to Chapter 15 now. You can now play Chapter 14 with your favorite characters in free mode.
Okay, guys, so those of you guys who are looking for the channel, Luke's talking about 87 Render.
Yep. He's a really cool guy. Alright, so...
Okay, so he just uploaded a video of RC 3 days ago.
Right, it takes him about 6 to 8 months to make one episode. And it's only a team of 4 people. Chapter 15. Right, here we go. So we finally have firepower now. Fire scroll. This one is a fireball. It says I already obtained this one. So then the next scroll will be area damage of fire increased. Now this will also, when you do these firebending scrolls, this also makes your firebender in your party stronger. So not just Aang's abilities, but also Zuko. When you're able to play as Zuko, this will make Zuko stronger. Just like all the earth scrolls and water scrolls that we got made both Katara and Aang stronger for that element. That's something they don't tell you on their website, but that's what these scrolls do. They're like a way of enhancing your power. A little bit.
Oh, okay. Alright, thank you, Just22. Appreciate that.
Over, the Fire Nation regained its bending powers and returned to attack. Aang and his friends were ready to stand and fight. No, but Hakoda had another idea. Knowing that victory over the Fire Nation would not come that day, the adults of the invasion force agreed to surrender in order to allow the Avatar, his friends, and the youngest of the group to escape. So Aang led the young ones to one of the few safe places left, the Western Air Temple.
And Zuko followed them. Because Zuko always has a vendetta. Zuko's like, no! The Avatar cannot be allowed to escape. Yeah.
Flamin' Hot says, LOL character changes like eating sushi instead of pizza. Yeah, like for turtles. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Just22. And,
Book 3, Fire. Chapter 15, Western Air Temple. Please be a short level. Oh, no. This is a big level.
Hey, listen.
wow, this looks like the perfect place to regroup and rest for a bit while we figure out what to do next.
Yeah, it will, but if we can get into the temple, I remember being told that the temple had more security than the others.
Yeah, we got here a while ago and we're still loitering outside.
Well, here we have another locked door without a single keyhole. I guess we'd better look around for something to open it. Right! Okay.
Richard says, how would you rate the game so far?
I would suggest, in all honesty, if you really want a good Avatar experience,
the Wii game,
you would want to buy the classic Avatar games. They had more effort, more love, and more accuracy put into them. This is a game that was supposed to be about the entire story of Aang, and it's like they skipped out on a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of core stuff from the show is gone. And they made this like a giant puzzle game from like the 2000s with like a little bit of like action-oriented levels. Like, I would say that true to the Avatar games would have been the ones that THQ made a long time ago. Those were better.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find, but you can find a used copy of the Wii game of Avatar for like $27. Might be kind of interesting to try on the channel. Have you watched the anime called Detective Conan, K-Wife? I have not, Conan. Have you seen?
Yes, I've seen it.
Have you seen it? Luke has seen Detective Conan. Did you like Detective Conan, or?
It's okay.
Luke says it's okay.
One sec. Now you're making things. I have to do something real quick.
What?
Run around real quick.
What are you talking about?
It'll be gone.
I already mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah, I know, and I checked it today.
They'll probably have more available. Approve this.
Yeah, well. And that's not the. That's the one.
I put it in for save for later. Do you want me
There
to
it
do
is.
it? Since...
That's it. Right there.
Yes. What are you doing about it?
I'm getting
What
one.
are you doing?
I'm getting one.
Okay.
Because there'll be a time when we aren't able to look at a bunch of stuff that's new.
Okay, so Luke's gonna sit there for like 40 minutes doing
No,
something online.
it just takes me a minute.
Okay.
Alright, I was able to get two
Maybe.
before they went out of stock.
Why would you get 2 of them?
They're 2 different ones. 2 different games. There we go. Okay. Now we're free to talk about it because,
I'm sorry I did talk about it.
no, I actually planned on doing that a while ago. Okay. How are you standing on midair? I mean, you are the airbender, but okay. Alright guys, we are at 123, your next like goal is 140. We gotta try to get the stream up as much of views as possible so you guys can shoot for a next episode tomorrow. The plan is, like, there is a next episode scheduled, but it's important for streams to hit 1,000 views as much as possible. Alright, so I have to jump over here. There's more of that airbender lady that's down there. Like, her statues are all over the place. Which, I don't remember the statues of the avatars being everywhere, though. In the show. Except for in the Fire Nation with Roku. Because people in the Fire Nation don't know that the king killed Roku. They just think that he died protecting the Fire Nation. So there's, like, Roku statues everywhere.
Oh wow,
to honor
so
him.
he didn't... Yeah, the king didn't say that he killed him.
Yep.
Yeah, how often do we stream? Conan is correct. We stream about 4 times a day.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep. And we do uploads of some stuff, usually at noon. Today's upload got messed up, so that has to be repaired for next time.
Are you playing this game on PS3 or 4?
No,
this is on
the Switch.
But this is available on the PlayStation and Xbox. We just...
PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and I think on Steam. But I mean, it's... I don't know what the game is like on Xbox and PlayStation, but the Switch version has a lot of bugs, unfortunately. So this is stationary. You can't move this. This cannot move. The only thing that you can move are these boxes around. Sort of. Wait, you can't even move that? What? Okay, I was gonna say, if you can't move those, that would be a huge problem. I think we go like this, and then we're gonna push this box down. And then move this box. Darn it. Guess not. So we need another box in order to move. Can this be moved? Yes. Nope. That's not right. No, that's still wrong.
You can always move it over to the right or to the left.
It has to, all these have to connect. Like, they, but it's like, how do you get them all to connect?
Why would you need them to connect?
They all have to connect. So, what would happen now is, can I move this one anymore? Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. I should be able to push that further. You can't?
Well, it looks like one of those has a corner piece. Looks like they're not the same.
I have to get this one out of here. But I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Okay, good. So then I push this one up. Wait. Darn it.
I don't even know what you're trying to connect.
You have these water hoses. The water, and they don't give you that many blocks though.
Where's the water supposed to go?
Water is supposed to go
Yes.
to this one here, and then somehow it's supposed to go here. I think it has
To
to.
that?
I think it has to go to that. Yeah.
Alright, well, do you want me to try it?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I always start from the back. So. This one looks like. This is.
You think you see a solution already?
I don't know. I mean.
And this is, if people are asking about this game, what you're seeing here with the puzzles, this is what the game is. This is what the puzzles look like. Yeah, you can't climb on top and do it. That's why it's annoying.
Okay, and I don't really, see what we're
You
doing.
can't move that big one. It's station. It's stuck there.
I don't. Oh, the big one.
Big ones are like literally like immobile. Now if they gave you another block, this would be easier, but they only give you one block to move around. Which is that one.
Oops. Okay, oh, actually.
Yeah, see what I mean? This is a problem I ran into. Now, I don't know if this is a mandatory puzzle or not, but I think it is. Next boss is Spiky Boom Man from the show. Okay. Oh, they don't have this game on Xbox. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. Avatar. Yes they do. Avatar Quest for Balance. Whoa. Why would... Oh no, that's in Europe.
Oh, I
No.
messed up.
No, it's they have it. Avatar Quest for Balance, PlayStation 4, PS... Wait. Hang on. Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S. Yeah, they do have it. I don't know if they have it digitally, but they do have these games available. And they're all $49.99, which is nice. Yeah, I don't know how to do this one. Like, I feel like they were supposed to give you another block and they just forgot to. Because there's no way that you can position all of these with just one block.
Here, 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 here. I think it is. I think this is supposed to go here.
But it's hard to see where the water is pouring.
Yep, they made this puzzle stupid.
And now you can't move the block you were using because you accidentally pushed the block there. There's no way to drag it back.
I know. It's really dumb. Okay, actually, so we can do this. Oh, actually, I messed that up. I feel like this is the solution, but I could be wrong. This is just puzzle. Maybe I am wrong about this. Oh, I am. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the puzzles.
Well,
I would just look up the solution online. It's been 15
even
minutes.
if I look up the solution online, there's no guarantee I can do it.
You can get a rough idea where they go.
I don't think so. It's not generally how those kind of puzzles work.
Okay, well, we'll give it another 5 minutes and then I'm gonna go do something else in the Air Temple. Because there's another puzzle in the Air Temple.
Well, I think the... Okay. What? What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Time code, stupid puzzle.
Well,
Strange puzzle. Stumped. Okay, let's move on to something else.
fine.
It's been 15 minutes already, no progress, and we're losing people.
Alright.
As a streamer, we have to move on to something else that
you
we can do.
don't-
Okay. Alright, so we'll try that puzzle tomorrow, after really looking into stuff. I feel like there's another box that's supposed to spawn here, because this would not, like, and there's nothing over here. There's another puzzle, there's 3 puzzles that you have to do in order to get into, this citadel thing. And the other puzzle was up here. Oh wait, what in the world? Just randomly, this thing. Hey! Hello! Toy plane, I was flying them around, but I lost a bunch. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go find them.
Sure thing.
Okay, thanks. No problem. Oh no, another musical puzzle. Another one of those strange doors locked and these colors at the base of the handles. I bet we have to hit them in the right order to open the door, but in what order? The combination must be around here somewhere. Let us go look.
Happy to help.
Okay. So, there are things on the side of the wall with colors on them. On some places.
There was a cracked area for Toph to break where you just were. Says Miles.
You saw something for Toph? I mean, this is cracked, but we can't break it. Because there's no, there has to be a Y button that pops up. Otherwise, you can't interact with it. Good eye, though, whoever saw that. Okay, I guess we'll be doing detective vision.
Miles McDaniel. It was by the puzzle, says Miles.
Okay. The Zen Yard. Whoop. Detective stuff with Toph. Okay. Alright, there we go. Whoops. No, that is not a, unfortunately, that's not a broken wall. It would turn orange if it is.
This game is kind of like Lego platformers, but without Legos.
Kind of, yeah.
Says Imperator Penguin.
Bingo, yes. So yeah, that is a broken wall, but that's not one we can interact with.
Ironically, Avatar had a few
Hey!
sets of Legos back when the show aired, says Imperator Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's the final color in the sequence.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is red.
Yeah, 5 is red. But we have to find where the other sequence are. Hey, look, I found a clue about the colors, and it's marked in a way that indicates a part of the sequence. Good work, Sokka. Let's find the rest. So, red 5, standing by. That's what that means, right?
Yep, red 5 standing.
Red 5 standing by. Is there any other place we can explore here? So they expect you to go through and do that puzzle, which you can't do yet.
I guess I'll just look up the solution.
Probably be the best course of
I
action.
don't know how we're gonna get to that solution.
Yeah, the next part of the puzzle for the door is over there. So there might be a switch that actually opens that here. Where's Toph at? Toph. That should have been an orange wall to break through, though, but nope. So basically, when you scan with your Toph vision, or whatever you want to call it, her echo, whatever, you're supposed to be looking for walls that turn orange. And if you find said orange wall, then after using your sonar or whatever, then you can just easily break it. But if it doesn't have the orange to it, then it's just, you know, it just looks broken, but it's not. I mean, now that we know that red is the last sequence, you can always just mess around and, like, do whatever. Eventually you might get the right combination. I don't know.
It'll probably take over like 500 combinations, though.
Yeah, it might. So there's not a lot we can do in the air temple. The only thing we can do is that annoying puzzle. Like, so that's a huge problem. And we're running out of time. Well, at least today's episode was kind of exciting. We got up to chapter 15. This puzzle is literally mind-bending. Because, like, it would be a lot easier if they gave you another box. I don't see how they expect you to get everything into position perfectly with just one box. Like, you would have to know also where the water is going to be moving. And you can't, based on the camera angles, you can't see where the hoses are pointing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't even really get them in the right position to begin with. So, it's really, really annoying.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Maybe that puzzle had another box. I don't know. Like I said, the Switch version has had a lot of problems. Like, out of all the games that have released, at least from the reviews I've seen, like written and otherwise, the Switch version is getting dumped on a lot. The PlayStation version is getting, like, mediocre score, and the Xbox one, like, it's getting, like, 5s and 6s. The Switch is getting 3s. Some people are generous and give it, like, a 4.5 or a 5. And then the highest I've seen an Xbox review for this game is a 7. So, people don't... people were expecting a completely different thing when they announced this game. Like, especially with all the development time it supposedly had, but now we know that's not true. It didn't have a lot of a development time at all. Why can't we just have... Like, I would just have Katara here. If it needs water, just, like, spray it with water here. Trick it. But you can't.
Yeah, I mean, we could just skip that one.
You can't skip this puzzle. You have to do it. Unless you know... If you can find the color sequence to open that door, then we could technically skip this puzzle. I think.
Alright, I know how the puzzle needs to be going. It has to go.
Okay.
But, I mean, I don't know if I can do it, but...
Well, I mean, it'll be something we can do tomorrow.
I might be able to do it today. I can show you what the solution looks like.
Even if I see the solution, though, it would take me probably 20 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it would put me in the right direction, but there's no guarantee that I'll get it. the first time. Run, run, run. So basically most of the air temple here is closed off until you can open these doors. Both of them are surrounded by puzzles, and one of them, the color puzzle that's up here, they require you to open this door, and then if you can see right on the side wall there, there's another color combination switch over there to tell you the position of the next song. There are 5 colored posters on the wall. This we know is the last one in the combination. Then we know purple does something, green, blue, and yellow. And that is actually not even to open the door. This is just to open this chest here to get some avatar coins. So it's not even something that will help you, in a sense. So, oops. And there's no guarantee that it's not going to take us back to the Azula fight anyway. Because we have no way to die. So,
Alright, so that puzzle's supposed to go beyond that one.
Beyond this one? What do you mean? Beyond?
It's supposed to go like... that paused, didn't it? So... there's supposed to be one up here, and then one up here, and then it goes to here, and then it goes to here, and then it goes to there.
Okay. So...
do you want me to try it?
No, because it's almost 9 o'clock now. I have to get something to eat before the next stream, the Sonic finale. We got up to 800 views. Alright guys, so if you want Avatar to continue tomorrow with the crazy puzzle minigame in the Air Temple, then this video has to get 1,000 views. We were ending it at 800. It took 2 hours and 14 minutes just to get 800 views because YouTube is horribly broken. So you guys only have to get 200 views by tomorrow morning. So give it your best shot, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. The full game hopefully will continue tomorrow. Like, we do have it scheduled because we were planning on doing 2 Avatar streams today. At 9:15, 9:30 will be the finale of Sonic. And then I think there is a Ultimate Selects tonight as well. But I don't remember. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Do your best to get up to 1,000 views because that is mandatory for our stream series to continue. And once it hits 1,000 views, we'll do another stream. This week we'll be doing the new Street Fighter DLC, we'll be doing Sonic Frontiers DLC, and at least a showcase or maybe several episodes of the new Dragon Quest game. So, alright guys, take care, and see you after dinner. God bless and happy gaming. Thanks for the super chats.
See ya!
That's crazy that they would have like a giant room puzzle right as you're exploring like that new area. Like everything is dependent on getting that puzzle in order to move. I don't like that. Because you can't explore it.